Hey guys, I'm MS Guy, and today I'm going to be ranking all of the courses in one of the best Mario Kart games, Mario Kart Double Dash. Double Dash is a really unique game with 2 characters per kart instead of 1. They match this with some really unique and fun courses, one of the best selections in the entire series. This list was hard to put together as there were so many good tracks. However, I did manage to rank all of them, so watch until the end to find out where I put them. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more Mario Kart content like this, and check out the other videos in my ranking series. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the rankings. Like most other Mario Kart games, the very first course in the game is my least favorite. For Double Dash, it's Luigi Circuit. Although Luigi Circuit, as you'd expect, is a pretty generic loop track, there is one interesting aspect. There is no barrier between the middle part of the loop. So, you can see other players going the opposite direction as you, and you can use the entire track to drive on, which makes it easy to drift. Despite this, it's still the worst track in Double Dash, in my opinion. At first glance, Baby Park should be easily placed as the worst track. It's literally a tiny circle with nothing else in it. However, this is an interesting thing Nintendo tried out, because Baby Park allows for some really crazy gameplay. The tiny space to move around in causes items to be everywhere, and it can get really hectic, especially with Bowser shells. However, there are also some people who think this track is really good, which it's not. The crazy items are only a major part of the track sometimes, and it's really boring most of the time. So, the craziness of the track made me not put it at number 16, but it's really not much better. At number 14, we have the first track that's not a generic loop, Peach Beach. Peach Beach is a pretty short beach track that allows you to drive next to a town and on the sand. However, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not that creative to me, there aren't that many unique sections, and the cataquacks slow you down way too much and can be annoying. It's definitely better than the last 2 tracks, but there are definitely many more better tracks in Double Dash. Every Mario Kart game has a Mario Circuit track, and I usually don't place them that highly on my list, but this one is one of the better Mario Circuit tracks in the series. Even though it has a pretty generic theme, it's fun to race on. There are stage hazards like piranha plants and chain chomps, and there are lots of opportunities to drift. The reason I only placed it at number 13 is because, like I mentioned earlier, it's a pretty generic theme, like most Mario Circuit tracks, and there are a lot more creative tracks in Double Dash. Next up, we have Double Dash's only desert-themed track, Dry Dry Desert. This track has lots of pokies, a sand whirlpool, and, well, that's pretty much it. There isn't too much to this course, which is why I put it at number 12, but I still think it's really fun to race on. The sand whirlpool is an interesting idea, and there are lots of turns that you can drift on. I definitely think they could have done more with this track, but it's still pretty fun. Sherbet Land is a winter-themed track that many people don't like, and I can kind of see why. In the last section of the track, there are freezy enemies that can cause you to turn into an ice cube, which really slows you down. There are also places where you can fall down, hit Shy Guys, and drive into the snow. Despite this, I actually somewhat like this course. It's one of the more creative winter-themed tracks, and it's fun to race on when you aren't hit by something or falling down. So, I put it around the middle of my list because there are definitely courses that are still much better. Mushroom Bridge takes place entirely on a road, with 2 tunnels taking you to a grassy section and the namesake section, the Big Bridge. It's a relatively short track, but there's still a lot of fun to be had. There are lots of opportunities to drift, and the bridge is fun, since you can drive up the sides of it if you want to. The music is also some of my favorite in the series. The reason I didn't put it higher is because I don't think it's that creative or interesting compared to some of the other tracks in the game. At number 9, we have a course that I always seem to struggle with, Dino Dino Jungle. To me, Dino Dino Jungle is the hardest track in the game. The bridge section is really easy to fall off of. Getting hit with the water geysers or falling down in the cave section can make you lose a lot of time, and it's easy to bump into walls around the course. Despite this, I think this course has a really cool setting. It takes place in a prehistoric jungle with actual dinosaurs around the track, some of which you can interact with. I think these are really cool ideas, which is why I put this course around the middle of my list. I think I would like it better if it were a bit easier. We are now halfway through the list, and the next course is Yoshi Circuit. Yoshi Circuit's big unique aspect is that the map is shaped like Yoshi, which as far as I know is the only course in the entire series that has a feature like this. In the track, you race along the edge of an island shaped like Yoshi, and it's really fun. The shape of Yoshi makes for lots of turns, which means lots of drifting. There are also some cool shortcuts you can take. The reason I didn't put it higher is because the theme is kind of generic. This is still a classic course, which Nintendo obviously loves, as it has been in 3 Mario Kart games after Double Dash. At number 7, we have Double Dash's rendition of the Rainbow Road track. This one is where Nintendo really started including crazy new features in Rainbow Road. There are lots of turns and boosts, and a gigantic cannon that takes you up to a higher part of the course, and the course looks great as well. This is the best Rainbow Road track so far, and I think it has a good difficulty for a Rainbow Road, which means it can be difficult at parts. The only reason I didn't put this higher is because I personally fall down a lot, which can be annoying, and I think the tracks ahead of it are a bit more creative. Daisy Cruiser is a very unique course, as none of it actually takes place on land. The entire course takes place on a cruise ship, which Daisy apparently owns. You start out by driving along the deck and around a pool. Then you go below deck through a restaurant and can choose to go through the storage area. This course is really fun and creative and deserves a high placement. Again, the only reason it's not higher is because I like the other courses in this game a bit better. Like I said at the beginning, this game has many of the best courses in the whole series. Kicking off the top 5, we have one of my favorite Bowser Castle tracks in the whole series. Double Dash's Bowser Castle is filled with lava, thwomps, and turns, and features a circular room with spinning fire bars, and a giant Bowser statue at the end of the track, which is definitely the coolest part. I always have fun on this track, and I hope it's brought back in a future Mario Kart game. At number 4, we have Waluigi Stadium. Waluigi Stadium takes place in, well, a stadium, and features many jumps and turns, which makes it one of the most fun courses in the series. There is also a section of pipes with giant piranha plants coming out of them, and a massive jump at the very end of the track. The music is also some of the best in the game. This, and the other courses ahead of it, were hard to place, as honestly any of them could be number 1. At number 3, we have Mushroom City. This track takes place in a big city with many different roads to take. This is probably my favorite feature because I like courses that have different paths to take and allow for exploration, and this one definitely delivers on that. There are many different roads you can turn onto, and this makes the course seem really big. It can be a different experience every time you play it. At the end, there's an overpass that can sometimes be easy to fall off of. This course, again, is one of my favorites in the whole series. The best 2 tracks in this game were really close, but DK Mountain is just barely not as good. Of course, it's still one of the best courses in the series. At the beginning, you are shot out of a big cannon all the way to the top of a mountain, which you then start driving down. At first, there is a really steep rocky section, which transitions into a grassy section with many sharp turns. You then drive across a wooden bridge to a jungle area and the start of the next lap. This course is really creative, and I love all the unique parts of the track. Like I said, it was really close, but there's just one track that's a bit better than this one. And now, the best track in Mario Kart Double Dash is Wario Colosseum. Wario Colosseum is a truly amazing track. It's set in a stadium, like Waluigi Stadium, but it has lots more interesting parts. There are jumps, spirals, rings of fire, and, well, more jumps. All of this makes for a super fun gameplay, and since it's so long, there's only 2 laps in this course instead of 3. This track can also be hard at times, which is good, as it's in the Special Cup. For some reason, this track has never been brought back, while Baby Park has been brought back in 3 other games. All of this makes for one of the best tracks in the series, and it truly deserves the title of the best in Mario Kart Double Dash. So, that's the end of my list. If you enjoyed, be sure to like this video, tell me what you thought in the comments, and subscribe to my channel for more ranking videos and other Mario Kart content. Speaking of which, at the time of recording, I have 99 subscribers. As I promised a couple months ago, when I hit 100 subscribers, I'll do a live stream of a Mario Kart game, probably Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And if you turn out to be my 100th subscriber, congratulations. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!